find this and other great figures at BigBadToyStore.com.
What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at Transformers Age of Extinction, Power Attacker, Tail Whip, Scorn. Now, Scorn, this figure's pretty cool. I think this figure's pretty darn nifty. He's pretty simplified, and he's definitely not as good as the deluxe class version, but I think his tail whip gimmick is interesting and unique. It doesn't always work, but I still like it. I think the robot mode is designed very well, and it's very reminiscent of the deluxe class Generations figure. The only issue I have with the figure as a whole are these back bits, which are completely 100% soft vinyl rubber, and that will cause a problem, which we'll see a little bit later in the review. Robot mode, as I said, is very nicely designed, decently painted, and I think kids are going to find this figure pretty nifty. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gimmick. The figure's gimmick is activated by pushing on the legs to flip the center of the torso around and flip out the tail. So he attacks like that. The unfortunate part of this figure is the gimmick doesn't always work all that well, because you have to apply a specific amount of force in order for the flip to work. When you do flip the head over, you get this different head that has a blue visor versus his normal black visor, and it's a little bit different than the original black visor. There seems to be a little bit difference in the molding. It's very strange, but I'm okay with that. Scorn's transformation is very, very simple. Start off by taking the legs and turning them 180 degrees at the knees. Reach up to the shoulders and flip forward the dino arms, then flip up the robot arms, and they will peg together and cover the robot head, like so. Unfortunately, these little dino arms don't peg in anywhere. Bring the rear legs forward, like that. Take the tail, and it will actually peg into an area behind, well, where the butt of the robot mode is. And then this is the issue I was talking about with this soft rubber. It doesn't always want to bend forward into place. The first time I transformed this figure, the one side, this side here on the right, moved fine. The side on the left, not so much. You really have to kind of wiggle it into place, and even then it doesn't stay. The robot or the dino mode that you end up with is perfectly acceptable and is fine for Scorn. Unfortunately, his mouth does not open, but you know what? Kids are going to find this figure really, really neat, even with this weird bit with the rubber here on the back. I wish that was more plastic with rubber inserts up here, more towards the top, but overall, I think the dino mode works well. Personally, I think the Generations figure is a better toy, but this Power Attackers version is perfectly fine, especially if you've got a young kid who, let's face it, the Generations line might be a little bit much for. I'm talking like 2 to 3. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review of Transformers Age of Extinction, Power Attacker, Tail Whip, Scorn. I think it's a fun figure and pretty much worth having in your collection if you're collecting these guys. As usual, I am Baltmatrix. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.